Yep.
Hello, it's Tulsi. This is round 5, and kill me, please. So right now, we just Lana just won the. I'm gonna forever call it the Mob Boss comp. And we're on these new teams, and Kim is on my team, and every time she opens her goddamn mouth, I want to scream. I'm in Devin's PMs, and we're like ranting about her because she has questions about every goddamn thing. I'm trying to explain this challenge to her. It's the one where you hold, like, I don't know where to put it, like the pencil above your head like this, the one we did the first time, the one where Colin was there for like an hour and a half. It's not that difficult to understand, and I like sent a photo reference, sent a whole like audio of me explaining the challenge. There's already like some information that she can see on like the description. I'm fucking over it. But also, a lot has happened since my last confessional. I got votes at 2 eliminations. I did that confessional like right before finding out all this stuff about how my name was out there and this and that, and like, good thing I got it over with because the rest of that night was crazy. So we're going to that. It ended up being Scott, but like it. Let's see. It was like apparently there was a blind side being pulled on me. I don't know who started it. Probably like Memes or Dylan or something, I think. But apparently a bunch of people were in on it or whatever. A 10-person chat was made to like do that, but then multiple of those people came to me and said like they didn't really want to do that. Alex puts in the main chat that like, so glad people included me on this blind side on Tulsi, haha. And then a little while later, like a bunch of us get together, this like group of 8. It was like 8 of us, but also Connor. We didn't include Connor on that. Like really, okay. Connor would have voted with us against Scott that round, but and that Scott vote, all of that happened like the last 30 minutes. I was insisting we should tell Connor the vote. He's literally asking for someone to tell him what's going on because no one's telling him. And it was like just major Colin vibes from last season. It's like, stop leaving people out of the vote. And just, like, if you don't scoop them up first, the other side eventually get to it, and they're just going to be like against everybody. No one's picking up Connor. And he was mad at me for not telling him that it was Scott. Like, he was like, I would have voted with you guys. And I could have told him, like, the rest of us are doing Scott, but I would like you to do Kim, please. And he would have done it. He did end up voting Kim, as far as I know. And yeah, so I had talked to him for like an hour after that, after all of live night, and was like, I'm sorry. Like, everything, I just let him rant at me. I was like, everything you're feeling is fair. I'm sorry. I would like to prove to you that I would like to work with you and I trust you. And you've probably been the most honest with me out of a lot of these people. And he doesn't have anybody. So then, yeah, it was supposed to be like me versus Duke, but we thought somebody might play something on Duke and whatever, and didn't do that. Tried to vote him out later at live night, and he idled himself, and I had 2 votes, and Jack had 3 because we like thought ahead and put 3 on Jack just in case Duke did something crazy. That was kind of like, I don't know. I'm not really happy with any of these boots so far. I don't feel like it wasn't me, and it could have been me, so that's fine. But yeah, and then Alex just left. He got idled out because it was supposed to be Robbie, and then Maddie idled Robbie. And we put some votes on Maddie, but not enough, not in time. And the whole situation was dumb because Alex could have stayed if he like told one more person. And I honestly don't know what the fuck was going on with all of that. I got told everything last minute. I feel like nobody really trusts me that much. Alex and Lana were clearly each other's number ones. Which was clear to me, like, as soon as it was confirmed that that's the person he gave the power to when Rosenberg gave his to Alex. And Rosenberg and Alex were talking a whole bunch because I didn't talk that much game to Jordan, and, like, Alex would be talking about all the stuff that Jordan told him about game. Yeah, I don't know. I don't feel like anyone's talking, like, super tight game. Like, I don't feel like I have a number 1 in this game. I do feel like, for, like, the most part, like, I have people I trust and like better than others, and like people I've talked to game at all versus people I haven't talked to, like Steph and Mark. But I don't really know who I can trust the most right now. Like I'd like to think I almost got that power with the Braille stuff today, and if I did, I wouldn't have told anybody because I don't trust anybody. I would have gotten around immediately. It's been a whole fucking mess and a half. Right now I'm just really irritated that I have to deal with Kim's stupid questions. Lana won this challenge and set up the teams, and the teams are kind of funky. I don't know how I feel about them. She's like, oh, I put you on this team so you can get out Duke. I don't know. I'm not necessarily trying to go after Duke. I want Dylan and Memes gone. I want people like Robbie and Maddie gone. At the end of the day, I want anyone who's not me gone. With Alex gone, I don't know who Lana's talking to the most, because I was talking to her a good amount and keeping her on the loop and everything. I was talking to her and Maddie a good amount, but like, I don't know. I know everyone else has number ones that aren't me. And so I don't know what I'm supposed to do with that. Everyone thinks me and Jordan are a final two. We've like talked about it. I don't know if it's like legit or not, but like we talk about going to the final two together, how nice that would be, but we also, I don't think, really expect to get very far. Especially as winners and like people who should have gone home by now maybe, or like have had our names thrown around multiple times. I have no idea what the hell Jabbar is doing, and he confuses me, and I just don't like it. Same with like Robbie and Maddie. The way Robbie talked to me about when it, like my name came up in round 2, he said how he and Maddie were put in that 10-person chat and they were gonna like come to me and talk to me about it, the two of them, and tell me. But then Alex blew it up in the main thing, so like they didn't get around to it. But I also don't like them that approach. Like, why didn't you just come to me sooner? Like, why are you trying to claim that you would have done more later? I don't know. Okay, I feel like Connor has nobody, and he's not necessarily gonna like try to fuck me and throw a whole bunch of stuff out, so maybe I'll just trust Connor more and talk to him the most. His name might be out of the water for a bit when everyone's trying to do bigger stuff. And he hasn't gone yet. I don't know. Let's see who else is here. I talked to Peyton for 3 hours last night. Game and like a lot of just not game, talking about hot sauce and whatever else. It was nice. I would like to.
Wait. What?
What?
Hot sauce?
Yeah, we talked about hot sauce.
How long did that conversation go on for?
A while? Why?
Why hot sauce? Do you care to explain?
Okay, so he was eating Panda Express, and he has this thing set to like blur background, and he's like talking about the chili sauce he's putting on, and I like notice the packet. I can like barely see it because of the blur background thing, but I'm like, oh, is that Panda Express? He's like, yeah. I'm like, oh, I recognize the hot sauce. And he thought that was like crazy. And then I have a bunch of hot sauce stories.
All right, thanks.
My friends know me for loving spicy food and requiring hot sauce on everything. So we talked about hot sauce for a while. I like that that's what you like interrupt and call me out on. But yeah, that we like talked for 3 hours about whatever, and it was like chill. It was nice. I would like to trust Peyton going forward. Me, Peyton, and Lana all got on call pretty much like a minute before you started the results tonight. But the three of us were gonna like come up with, oh, how should we separate the teams kind of thing together, because they both felt really good, and it did come down to the two of them. Loki, I kind of wish Peyton won instead of Lana just to see what he would do. And yeah, I would like, Lana cannot be safe. That's like, she was safe last time, she's safe again now. Yeah, I don't know, I want her to have to risk more. What else? Oh yeah, I also feel good with JG. JG, like, everyone keeps still like putting me, like me and Lana, if they say they feel good with me, they also feel good with Lana. Which is like fine, I guess. I don't know. I went to add. I feel like while I voted to keep Alex around, I'm not really upset that he's gone. I didn't vibe with how he was playing this season. It was just much more like aggressive, but in like, aggressive doesn't have to be bad, but I just didn't get all of it. He wasn't telling me a lot of information. I don't know if he was telling anybody, but he had all these powers that he was keeping completely to himself. The power that he did get to give away, he gave to Lana. And neither of them said anything about it, and Lana has not told me what understudy is. I haven't directly asked, but, like, I don't know, I mean, like, clearly she's got other people she must be closer to. Like, she would have said something. I'm not mad that Alex is gone. It's also good to split up season 6. Also now it's like me, Lana versus Maddie, which is fine. I also feel like maybe Rosenberg has to go for me to be in a better spot, because people super associate us. Everyone's talking about how we have a final 2, which I don't know what the fuck is up with that. I think we might have talked about it in, like, the Endure VL, and maybe somebody has a friend in there, because I checked and, like, nobody in this game is in that VL, but, like, whatever. But in a different VL, I literally was like, I think in the Cutthroat VL, Jabbar's also there, and I was just like, hey, Jabbar, final 2? And he was like, don't you already have one with Rosenberg? I was like, yeah, I'm just collecting them all. Like, I don't know. I don't take that stuff super serious. Like, if I was going to make an actual final 2, which, I mean, I guess, but, like, would we really be talking about it in public like that? I feel like that's kind of dumb, and, like, those conversations don't translate. I don't know where people are getting that, but whatever. I think it's funny that, like, Dylan or Meme said that when they're best friends and probably have all these powers. Oh, the fucking power to the Braille power. Yeah, that was dumb. I was on there within, like, 5 minutes. Jabbar and I were on call, he saw it and mentioned it to me. I was like, okay, let's go work on this. Hung up on him because I already knew it was, like, the Braille. I was working it out, but I should have started in the back like he did, and I was just taking too long to get through it. And he said he didn't get it. He messaged me right after I didn't get it, so I trust it. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about, like, Rocky, because it's like, last round, I lied a little bit to the extent of which I was left out of stuff, but, like, nobody came to me from either side telling me it wasn't Kim and Rosenberg until very, very late, when conversations about different stuff were happening the night before. So, I mean, maybe it's good. Like, I think it's good that Alex is gone, so people aren't putting me and him together, and maybe people will talk to me more. Oh, no. I also keep kind of going off in the main chat about things. I don't know, I feel like it's the best way to, like, deal with some things, because a whole lot happened and I'd rather just have it be public. Like, once I told Maddie I voted for him, everybody can know. Like, it'll take a little longer for it to get around, but everyone's going to find out anyway. So be it. And I'm playing up this whole, like, I'm being super truthful about what I'm doing, which for the most part is true. Like, I've never liked lying when I don't need to. That's the whole Caitlyn thing last time. But also, if that's my brand in this one, then that's probably good for me. Yeah, and I'm on this team with, like, Duke, Kim, Devin, Connor, JG. I would like to think I'm good with everyone except for, like, Duke and Kim, but I'm not necessarily against Duke, and I honestly don't mind keeping him around a little longer. I would rather go after other people, and Kim irritates the crap out of me. I don't know. Both of them can go, though. But it's probably gonna be, like, a double, and yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's up with that second team she picked. Who's in that? Okay, the second team is Steph, Peyton, Dylan, Maddie, Benji, Mark. Yeah, I don't know what the hell is going on there. Is that set up to get out Maddie? I don't know, but if that one comes in with us for a double, I don't know what the hell happens there. I'd like to think I'm safe. And maybe, like, Maddie or Dylan or somebody could get it. I don't know. Mess. I have such, like, I have no idea what's going on in this game. It's driving me nuts. Because people aren't really talking to me. I mean, I know I could reach out to people more, but it's like, I also don't want to reach out just to have them lie to me. Yeah. I don't know. I'm gonna try really hard to win this one. Because I don't want to go to every fucking tribal. Okay, I think I'm ready for questions.
Wonderful. Okay. Excuse me. Oh my god, I almost choked. So, um, you kind of mentioned it earlier, but you said that Alex going might have not been the worst thing for you.
Yeah.
I know that you've mentioned like it just like takes away any possible like whatever. Um, if you could cut someone else yourself, um, other than Rosenberg, because you kind of talked about that, who would it be and why?
See, the thing with that is like the people that I'm supposed to be like super good with, like Rosenberg and Lana, like people who everyone thinks I'm good with, but I'm not getting a whole lot of info from them. It's not good for me if I'm perceived to be close with them, but I'm not even reaping the benefits of actually being close to them. So honestly, maybe Lana. Like, she's not telling me what her power is. She never told me about Alex giving her the power or anything else. Um, I only find out about all that last minute, which I think is kind of dumb because Alex knows, like, I had his back. I would have had his back. He could have included me on more, and I would have done whatever he asked me to do for him in that situation. And I would have done the same for, like, Lana. You know, I don't want to play the game where it's like I'm staying with all my friends and the people I've already worked with, but, like, I don't know anybody else coming into this, and I trust them, and I felt like I was hoping we could go into it with that. But if I'm not getting that back, but people still assume that's happening, like, I might as well just have them gone. I'm the last one standing of that. I'm not a threat by myself. Which is like similar reasoning for wanting Rosenberg out. Like, and Rosenberg plays messy, and he's like doing all kinds of shit and pissing people off with like all the Robbie stuff, and yeah.
All right. So, you touched up a little bit on Live Night, but Live Night we had technically a triple elimination just because it was the end of round 2 going into round 3. Um, were you shocked to see that Michael went home, or did you kind of expect Michael leaving?
So that was the one elimination that I wasn't a part of. I was kind of surprised that it wasn't like looking at the I don't remember who it was now that was at that elimination, but like that group of people and Connor was also there and Connor got a lot of votes. So I don't know what happened that made it Michael. Um but that is not someone I had spoken to at all in this game, so I did not care. And at that point I wasn't sure if I wanted like as you were reading the votes, I was like, do I want Connor gone or do I want him to stay and like, do I want to fix this? Because at that point he was like angry at me. Um, I would like to think that I've fixed it and I can like count on him going forward as long as I can continue to prove myself to him. And I honestly like he has been trustworthy so far and he hasn't fucked me over. And I was the one who like wasn't completely honest with him. Anyways, yeah, I wasn't like super surprised, but I also just didn't care.
Alrighty, and then the last question that I think I have, because you covered a lot of the questions that I had written down. Um, what do you have to do this round to ensure that you're here for the next 2?
Fucking win. Plan A. Win this challenge with my team so I don't have to deal with anything else. Plan B. If my name is out there, just hope somebody will fucking tell me. Yeah, I don't even know if I need to be the one to go after anybody else because I'm sure that's gonna happen now. It seems like everything's been cracked open after the last round. I have to like look at these teams again. I don't know. I feel like there's just so many different things going on, and it's been there haven't been alliances, there have been voting blocks, and there have been relationships. So I don't know what happens from here. I feel good about my team mostly, with the exception of Kim, because I think Kim's kind of crazy. I don't really know, and I just can't tolerate. I just can't handle it. I don't know. It could be a mess no matter what. If like I end up at tribal again with either team or just us, which I doubt, but like, well, I don't know. I don't know. When I was talking to Lana and Peyton before, or whoever I was talking to all day, honestly, I was like, I don't think these teams matter that much. I think it says more about whoever's picking them, whatever they decide to do with it. Nicole said 2048 is not a thing this season. Stop sending me screenshots randomly. What was I saying? Oh, these teams probably don't matter all that much. Whatever they're designed to do, it's probably not going to end up happening because everything ends up changing like 4 times before the tribal happens. You guys gave us the option last time of like, do you want 22 hours before tribal or 4? I kind of wonder what would have happened if we only had 4. Yeah, I don't know. I think everything is a shit show. I don't really know what's going on. Also, powers are going out left and right, and I really hate it because I'm not getting them. My alliance isn't getting, or if they are, they're not telling me about them. There are no alliances. Fuck that. There aren't even alliances. There are people that I talk to more, and there are people that I talk to less, but I don't trust anybody as far as I can throw them.
Alrighty. Do you have anything that you would like to wrap up your confessional with?
Is my mood in this game. I miss being in control of everything. At least like knowing what's going on. I feel like I never know what's going on in this, and there are rumors going around left and right about powers and relationships and conversations. Like who knows who and like how good friends they are or whatever, and like how much that translates into them working together in game. Like, okay, I know Rosenberg. I'm like working with him to an extent, like already because I know him, a little bit because we're both winners, but like it's going to completely depend on how it like shakes out in game. I mean, the first few rounds, what are you going to do besides stick with what you know? And then see how it goes from there and like figure out who more you can trust moving forward. But in a game this crazy where everything's changing all the time, yeah, I don't know. I just feel like, yeah. And then apparently like our group of 8 thing got leaked by Rosenberg in an attempt to save himself. I don't know. I think like a group of 8 controlling things when there's still like 20 people left sounds kind of crazy. Or 19 now. Yeah, I don't know. That's all I got. I'm just...
All right, I will go
You're
ahead.
getting like a stream of consciousness here. If I missed ending a thought, I forgot about it already.
I will go ahead and stop the recording at your wishes.